Welcome to the Player Attack summer season, thanks to Wargaming. We're taking a few weeks off to relax, go outside, enjoy the sunshine. Wait, who am I kidding? We're going to be playing our way through a whole stack of video games. Player Attack will be back in 2014. We've already got some exciting things in store, so stay tuned. We will still be updating playerattack.com throughout the holiday season, as well as hanging around on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can drop us an email, mailbox@playerattack.com, if you've got something to say. In the meantime, why don't you take a little while to catch up on some of the Player Attack highlights from the past year as we revisit some of our favourite clips.
One of the big things, we are coming out on the next generation of platforms, and with Xbox One, PlayStation 4, we finally managed to bring up the player count to 64 players at 60 frames per second. It's something people have asked us for, since the start of the next or the last generation. So that's a big step forward to us. Overall, for Battlefield as a game, I think what all people will experience is the new concept of Levolution, highly dynamic, interactive battlefields. It's all powered by Frostbite 3, and I think DICE comes from technology. It was based in demo scene, building technology, and ever since we kept on doing. With Frostbite 3, we keep on pushing it and trying to stay in the forefront on the market, so we keep on pushing destruction, together with new highly dynamic water. So it can go from flat surface to storming waves. We are introducing, as I said, the dynamic battlefield in form of interactive points. It can be from small, everything from metal detectors, shutting the power to building before you move in with IR sights on. You can shoot out fire extinguishers, you can lock doors, open doors, set off sprinkler systems. All of these little things that seem minor and sometimes almost silly to talk about in an interview. But when you're in there, in the battle, you have the rock, paper, scissors gameplay in a sandbox. You can truly feel smart about, setting up the perfect trap and taking out the enemy. And this continues up to the big epic events like I think people are talking about a lot. Falling skyscrapers, flooding an entire city and then drive a boat through the streets. And each and every level is supposed to have a unique feel and theme, to keep people interested. And I think for us it's important. Battlefield keeps on being played many years after, so it shouldn't get away from your gameplay. It should be part of the gameplay.
The beta just launched recently. What can you tell us about the sort of player feedback that you've been getting from that so far?
So the open beta, we had it out open since the first, I think, for exclusive crowd of premium members and so on. But now, since last night down here in Australia, 8 o'clock I think, we opened up for the crowds. And I've been following the reports from home. It seems to hold up. We're getting lots of good feedback, and to be honest, an open beta is really there to test the back end, see that all the servers are holding up, that people are having a good experience. And hiccups are expected, so please report anything, since this is what it's for, and we love to hear what you love and what we could do better, since that's why we're here.
The door.
In the old days, people were looking for news around Battlefield all over the web. It was hard to know what was facts and what was guessing. Also, when it comes to friending and everything, it was spread all over. With Battlefield 3, we initiated the concept of Battle Log. It was focused on the web and later on app on your iPhone. But we could see clearly that there was skepticism in the beginning, but later on people really took it to their heart. In there you have your friends network, you have your forums, you have follow up on the battle reports after battle to see what happened, and I can find friends there or new friends and hook up with them, see what next unlock is and everything. But for Battlefield 4, we wanted to take it further. We saw that with Battlefield 3, console players didn't really find their way to the web, which was, I mean, we had hope, but it didn't go all the way. So this time around, we integrated into all clients. You have a light version on current generation and the full implementation on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And also, I mean, we added a lot of new cool features. We now have it on tablets, so you will be able to challenge friends in specific missions. You can use your tablet while you play on console or PC to next generation console to overview the map you're currently playing. And if you're a squad leader, you can give orders from there. You can change your loadout in real time. And a lot of these nifty things. You can even find the best player on your street or in your country, city, through new geo leaderboards, which lets you search on geography. So a lot of cool things, which I'm super excited about, since it really lets you experience your Battlefield experience wherever you go. We upped the numbers of players in squads to 5 players. We have the new field upgrade system, which allows you to pick kind of a career path, so offensive, defensive, and many more that suits your play style. And then as you play together, you start unlocking these features. But be careful, if you all get wiped, you go down a bit, so stay together and work together. And on top of this, we added commander mode. And it's really that master chef who makes all things happen at the right time. So provide orders to your team, critical intelligence, powerful war assets, and just make sure that the team is working together as a team. And if he's not or she not doing his or her job, you can do mutiny and kick them off there. And the beautiful thing is you can do it from in-game, but you can also do it on the run. You can sit in a cafe with your tablet or Android tablet or your iPad and play Commander. So it's seamless, and we truly feel that this is the next generation of Battlefield. We have so much new possibilities. It's a bigger game than ever. And yeah, you see, I get super excited just by talking about it. You know, we've done a full overhaul of the whole game, looking into feedback we got from Battlefield 3 that input latency, network issues, matchmaking, that it was bad, or still is, a bad experience that you might end up on a server with gazillion of tickets. So now we sorted that out. If you do quick match into a server, they should be set to only official servers. Otherwise, you can lower it to ranked servers, and then you can start fiddling around with your effects. So guarantee a good experience. We introduced a test range where you can go in and learn how to fly transport helicopter before you go flying into battle and crash and everyone dies and hates you. So practice your vehicles. As you unlock stuff, you can try it out there. And overall, a lot of things to make it easier for those who are new to Battlefield to ease in there, and for those who played Battlefield before, to just get better at it. So on October the 31st, less than a month, we'll be coming out on the current generation and PC, and then later, when the next generation comes out, we'll be out there. So it's exciting times. Can't wait. I'm flying home tonight, and Sunday night I'll be sitting there and trying the beta myself, even though I played it to Doomsday before, but I can't get enough.
Roll out. World of Tanks. Play for free at tanks.asia.
They call it the Traveler. We watch as it hangs above, a mysterious sphere. Silently protecting us. The last city on Earth.
Destiny's our next great first-person shooter from Bungie. Yeah, we wanted to take a genre that we really loved, a great action first-person shooter, and then really blend and blur the lines a little bit, turn it on its head, make it feel unique and different. So in Destiny, you create a character and then you grow and change it over time. You're actually the hero in our world. There's no Indiana Jones, there's no Superman to come in and save the day. That's your job. It's a great action game from Bungie. It's what we do, it's what we've done for 20 years. We're going to build an amazing adventure, let players go on their own journeys with their own heroes alongside their friends. I think really that cuts to the heart of it. If you saw our demo, we were really excited to show off gameplay here at E3 for the first time. I think it really demonstrates what we want to take advantage of. All of our experience, all of that great action, and a great community of gamers that follow us and really make our worlds feel alive.
Outside of our walls, there's a vast frontier, occupied by strange and deadly forces.
So Destiny's set in our solar system many years from now. So players take on the role of a guardian of the last safe city on Earth, and it's their job to leave the safety of those walls to discover what happened to this collapse of our golden age, this great technological ascent that we had, and to go out there and find out these mysteries, uncover these legends, and defeat our enemies. I mean, our story writers have been absolutely looking at a lot of interesting resources, everything from The Wire to Battlestar Galactica, but they really want to do their own thing. I think mythic science fiction is really cool because we're smashing the sort of grounded, really gritty sci-fi stuff right in the middle of fantasy. So when you enter in our demo this nice megalithic technological wall, it turns into this dark dungeon, and we think that's really unique and really fun, really great space for our writers to play around in. It's super exciting for us as storytellers to build a really big audience. That's what we're trying to do. We make interactive entertainment. We love having millions of fans play our games. Having an opportunity to go multi-platform for the first time in a long time is a huge opportunity for us.
The planets of our solar system have been taken from us, and we must reclaim what is rightfully ours. Our enemies surround us, growing stronger every day. And now we face a choice. We can hide behind the walls of our city or fight back against our enemies.
So we have a ton of weapons and gear for players to collect. We have exotic weapons, epic gear sets. Every player has cloth, which is really cool to throw that on top of these sort of armored characters. We have spaceships in the game, just a whole ton of fun sandbox elements for players to really enjoy and make their own. All the cooperative stuff is opt-in. It's up to the player to decide whether they want to form a fire team or play with friends. But we want to make those things so magnetic and captivating that it'll be really hard to pass them up. So there's a persistence of character. Everything you earn in the game changes the way you look and fight over time. We want players to be able to tell their stories by the gear that they wear, by the weapons that they have. We want other players to see what they've earned and ask them where they got it, or to be able to identify exactly what kind of player they are. So if they're competitive, they'll have a totally different gear set and weapon set than somebody who's playing the cooperative game. We think that's really important to have that persistence of character. The world is alive as well. It's filled with other players. Everything's built to be fundamentally cooperative. We absolutely believe that in Destiny, everything's more fun to do when you're playing with your friends. So Destiny comes out in 2014 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
Saints Row 4. If you haven't heard this name, you've not been keeping up with the gaming news. In June, this new offering from developers Volition was refused classification by the Australian Classification Board, meaning that it was deemed inappropriate for the Australian market, even with the new R18+ rating. This sent the internet into a minor meltdown, and we've since seen an appeal against the ruling denied, and then a final edited version approved for the Australian market at an MA 15+ rating. The issue? A weapon that was deemed unsuitable, as well as an alien narcotic within the game which was either necessary for success or conferred major gameplay advantages. These are elements that, under the guideline, allow a game to be refused classification, and like it or not, these are the guidelines. The controversy has certainly been loud and reminds us of the heady days of the R18 debate. This is all interesting, but Saints Row 4 will probably not bring many surprises for players who are familiar with the franchise. This is probably because it was originally developed as DLC for Saints Row the Third, and was then promoted to a full title when Deep Silver bought the IP from the now defunct THQ. Saints Row basically parodies the open world formula we see in the likes of Grand Theft Auto. It started out as a rags to riches gangster story with plenty of tongue-in-cheek, and has now degenerated into just about the craziest schlock fest imaginable. It's like a B-grade film on steroids. The Third Street Saints, our protagonist gang bedecked in purple, have now occupied the White House. Yes, the leader of the Saints, you, is now the President of the United States of America. Cue the irreverence. At E3 we played the opening scenes of the game, and there were plenty of outlandish jokes made at the expense of esteemed political institutions. Think The West Wing meets Team America with a dash of Tupac, and you might get my drift. The story goes that Earth has been invaded by an evil would-be alien overlord, the Zin, and the opening sequences deliver some impressive Independence Day style cinematics. The President instantly develops a hatred for the alien leader, and their testosterone-fueled battle gives a hint of things to come. Soon the President is taken prisoner inside an alternate reality version of Steelport designed to break his spirit, and he's tasked with breaking out and defeating the aliens. The point is that being in this alternate reality allows him to develop special powers, so it's basically the Matrix as well. If it sounds derivative, it kind of is. And puerile, and probably not very funny to some. But some of the superpowers come with real gameplay innovations that bring a breath of fresh air to the Saints Row formula. A speed dash, super jump and gliding ability means that getting across that map is easier than ever, and doesn't require any continual carjacking. It's as simple as leaping tall buildings in a single bound. Telekinesis allows you to mind throw cars at your enemies. A freeze bolt literally freezes them in their tracks, ripe for shattering, and a fire burn skill turns you into Human Torch, incinerating anyone in your path. We also have a few new weapons, such as the much lauded Wub Wub gun, which eliminates your enemies through the awesome power of dubstep. These potentially overpowered abilities and weapons will be offset by a new brute class of enemy to provide a little more challenge. New challenges require you to throw cars, enemies and pedestrians through different coloured rings, and we can expect a whole new bevy of customisation options, as per the Saints Row formula. That's about it really, there's not much more to it. If you know and love Saints Row, you'll probably lap up more of the same with some minor narrative and gameplay twists. If you hate the idea of Saints Row, and I know there's a lot of you out there, this probably won't convert you. For myself, I love the series. It's just stupid fun, and it doesn't try to be anything else. There is one very interesting thing this game does. By turning its satirical edge towards the White House, it's taking on a harder target than the usual brain-dead street thugs. And I may even be able to squeeze some political comment out of Saints Row 4. But I won't try too hard because that's not really what it's about.
Roll out. World of Tanks. Play for free at tax.asia.
Weighing 221 pounds, The Miz.
How did you get into the business? How did you get into pro wrestling?
Got into WWE, got into pro wrestling in general, was at UPW. I always loved it. I thought it was an incredible just thing. I was always entertained by the larger-than-life characters, the soap opera-like storylines, the action, the drama, the comedy. There was just so much involved with it, and I was just like, God, I never thought I could do it as a kid. But then once I got on a show called The Real World, which they actually did, I believe, in Sydney. They had a Real World out here. I said, you know what, I can do anything I want with my life. So I found, on the internet, back in the day, Ultimate Pro Wrestling, a school in Los Angeles that was affiliated with WWE at the time. So I went there, started training there, and worked my way up about 3 years until I got on Tough Enough. And then after Tough Enough, didn't win. Thanks. You know, thanks WWE Universe, the fans. You've always hated me, and you always showed how much you hated me. But didn't make it, but I think I was thankful I didn't make it because it got me to go back to developmental and really develop my talents. And came up, and it's been a dream ever since, man. I'm sitting here, going to be in a video game. I mean, WWE 2K14, I'm going to be in a video game for like the 4th time. I mean, it's incredible. If you'd ever asked me as a little kid growing up playing these video games, if I would have been in a video game, I would have smacked you right in the face.
Are you a big gamer?
I love these video games that they put out. Every time I actually play NBA 2K. I play 13, but now when 14 comes out, I'm definitely gonna be playing that. I'm a little upset that they put LeBron James on the cover because I am from Cleveland, Ohio, and if anyone knows anything about Cleveland, Ohio, is someone on the cover of NBA 2K14 took his talents to South Beach. So I'm not happy with that. But what I am happy is that I could take Cleveland and I can take it and beat Miami all day long because I'm that good of a gamer.
What do your parents say when you come to them and say, you know what, I've decided that what I'm going to do when I grow up is become a pro wrestler?
They weren't happy about it, let me tell you. I was going to Miami of Ohio. And so it's the Harvard of the Midwest, in case you didn't know. It's one of the hardest schools to get into. And I was just like, Dad, I'm not going to go back to college. I'm going to go be a WWE superstar. And my dad looked at me and said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. No, you're not. And so we had an argument. I had an argument with my mom. My mom was crying because, she always calls me my Michael. My mother calls me my Michael. I'm like, Mom, my Michael, you can't because, there's big guys and you're going to get hurt. I'm like, I'm not getting hurt, Mom. I'm going to hurt people. You should be thinking that way. Now I'm going to get hurt. And so, my dad was like, these guys are 7 foot tall, 500 pounds. Are you going to compete with that? Because, you should be telling me that I'm going to be amazing and I'm going to do a great job. So that kind of fueled my fire. So then I just flew out there and now, guess who needs 100 tickets when I come to Cleveland, Ohio? My dad. Guess who needs me to sign autographs and go to him to all his, his workout place, his place wherever he eats, wherever he goes out. I have to go meet all his friends and sign autographs. I do autograph signings for my dad. I don't want to go back to Cleveland. I don't want to go back because I have to do autograph signings all day because my dad just brings people over there. So now they're very happy and proud, as you can see.
Career highlights. You've held pretty much every belt in the WWE. You've headlined WrestleMania. You've won Money in the Bank. What's been the number one thing for you?
It's always main eventing WrestleMania and retaining the WWE Championship. You can't get higher than that. And as well as Miz TV. I mean, I never give that much credit, but no one really has those kind of epic talk shows. And I've gotten the opportunity to have Ric Flair on there, have a woo-off with him, and then have Ric Flair, kind of pass the figure 4 leg lock to me. That's one of the most memorable moments of my entire career. It was just so much fun. Just remembering as a kid, cutting promos on my dad, like Ric Flair, woo, and then being in there with him and that happening to me. So that's another great moment in my career.
Who did you grow up idolizing? Who are the guys that you thought, I want to be like that?
It's kind of funny. I mean, I loved, Ric Flair. I loved Hulk Hogan. But there was one guy that was larger than life to me, and I thought he was the greatest thing ever in WWE, and I wanted to be just like him. So I would paint my face and put streamers on my arm and run around the house annoying my mother. She'd be pulling my hair. Stop it! Stop it! I'm like, no, the Ultimate Warrior doesn't stop. He just goes through everything, and then he runs back in the entrance. So that's what I would do. So, luckily this time in WWE 2K14, the Ultimate Warrior is the pre-sale superstar. So if you really want WWE 2K14 with Ultimate Warrior, get the pre-sale before it goes on sale November 1st in Australia. It's going to be incredible. I'm going to do it.
Pay attention. Never before have so many superstars stepped up to challenge our throne. And if you pre-order WWE 2K14, you get to engage the battle as the Ultimate Warrior.
Who is your favorite opponent? If you could take on anyone, anytime, which I know you do anyway, but if there is someone that you would like to fight for the rest of your life, who would that be?
Oh, man. There is this superstar that is like above and beyond any other superstar. He is gifted, talented, great charisma, second to no one. I mean, this guy has really made an impact in the WWE since the beginning, that he's been here. He's really elevated, I think, the craft of every superstar he's been in the ring with. And I think there's only one superstar I'd want to go up against, and it would have to be, I would clone myself and go up against The Miz.
Miz, thanks so much for talking to us. We'll see you in the ring very soon.
Absolutely, and definitely get WWE 2K14. If you want to know a little info, a little insight, they got a new navigational system. Everything's faster paced. They're going for more authenticity. If you look at, from entrance all the way to the ring, John Cena, if his little armbands, they went so authentic on this, and they nitpicked every little thing about, what we do. Like, they were just like, John Cena does a little bit of this. You get to do that in a video game. You get to taunt your opponents whenever you go down. I mean, it's a faster pace. It's authentic. It's lifelike, and they really did a great job. Get the pre-sale of Ultimate Warrior and get WWE 2K14 and create a moment for me.
And that's about it for this week's Player Attack. Thanks for watching. We will have new content for you in February, but in the meantime, you can catch us on playerattack.com. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you've got something you want to say, send us an email, mailbox@playerattack.com, or just hop on our forums. Till we revisit some more favourite content next week, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this is Player Attack.